Welcome to Digital Asset News. Take your top stories in cryptocurrency and digital assets and break it down to bite-sized pieces. So today we're doing a little bit something different. Finally, we get another episode of Trinity Trading. And as always, we have two of the best with us, CJ Reichel from Market Rebellion, who will be doing our TA. Welcome, CJ. Thanks for stopping by again. And then we've got Alex Massioli, head over there over at Trade the Chain with a nice new fancy logo in the bottom left-hand corner. I don't know what that is, but it looks really slick. And he's going to be doing our sentiment analysis. And along for the ride is me to do a little fundamentals. So, gentlemen, let's find a top coin that we can give everybody and take a look at, and they can do their own research. Just as a disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only or entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Do your own research. Let's take a look at what we got. So, who wants to start us off?
All right, I'll take it away. So it's interesting market times today. We're seeing a better day than we have most of the previous week, which is good. If I go to the 1 hour projection, which is normally where I start reading off sentiment and analyzing what I'm looking for, I take the 1 hour projection, I toggle to the top, and look at Mithril. Mithril at the top of the charts right now for the hour projection.
I have no idea what that is. I don't know. You know what's funny? I don't know any of these things. And this is the great thing about Trade the Chain. And if you're new to the video, I'm going to have Alex explain why Trade the Chain works for sentiment analysis. CJ will get the technicals and go to fundamentals. And I think it's three. You use these three things, these Trinity, and it becomes an almost recipe for success. Alex, tell us what Trade the Chain is and how this all works.
Yeah, absolutely. So Trade the Chain, we are a sentiment dashboard provider. So basically what we do is we have about 2,000 members over at Trade the Chain, and we provide artificial intelligence and sentiment signals. So what we do is we have two primary ways to generate alpha. One is real-time, 24-hour a day sentiment that we're scraping contextually off of social media, and what you're looking at right now is coming in from Twitter. And the way it works is we will scrape data on sentiment. Let's take Mithril at the top, for example, real quick. And we will look through those in super high speed. We will pick them out, the positive and the negative sentiment, and put it into a formula where we produce scores. Now, quickly, we are able to identify bots and pump and dump, so we get rid of fake sentiment. And we also are contextual when we scrape it, so we do language translation, so we pick up sentiment from all over the world.
Okay, awesome. And then all this relative tweet volume, you guys have a direct API, something?
Yeah, correct. So we have access to one of 5 direct, we like to call it fire hoses into Twitter with Twitter's permission. So it's not a webhook or anything like that. It's directly coming from the source into our AI and score generations.
Gotcha. So I always talk about this on my show. This is what I use at the very beginning. If you're looking at this going, that looks familiar, that's where it is. So I just needed Alex to explain it because he does a better job than me, since he's the one that co-created it. All right. So we got this one. Which one do you want to go for? Looks like Mithril, Komodo, Waves, 0x, Birdcoin, NEMS, some other stuff.
I'm really looking at Waves right now. So, and I'll tell you why. One is the 1 hour projection. We're looking at about plus 8.3% on the high side. The low side is about half of that, negative 4.61%. But we have a weighted middle ratio of plus 1% to the high side. So I like this. I go to relative tweet volume. It's up 285%, which I really like. And then relative trading volume, which is up 174%. I like that because that's telling me there's market participants in the order book. So there's liquidity flowing around. From here, I go to the left. Now, long-term sentiment is neutral, but I'm taking this pick for a short-term play, meaning that I'm looking at 12 to 24, possibly 36 hours. So the daily sentiment of very bullish with an 81 score is what I like for affirmation so far. Go over to the percentages. It's had a good run the past 30 days, 68%. the week at 45%, and the day and the 1 hour up over 2%. The 2% I really like. It's not showing me there's a lot of volatility, so I don't have to worry about my entrance price and where I'm going to hit. And so I'm very comfortable with that. That is my choice for today's Trinity Trading Waves.
Okay, great. So watching at home now, it all starts with Alex for sentiment analysis to kind of get us on the road, but it has to get through CJ technicals for us to actually do it. We've done this before, and actually some haven't gone to the technicals, and we've gone right back to Alex. So let's see what CJ has to say as far as the technicals, what it shows us.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Pleasure to be back as always. Before we get into the technicals, I just want to remind everybody and share this slide for a couple seconds that nothing said on the behalf of Market Rebellion should be considered financial advice in our Trading Trinity show. But one thing that overlaps between Trade the Chain and the technicals that we're about to discuss is volume. I use Trade the Chain sentiment dashboard every single morning to look at various trades. And what I always pay attention to is volume. You know, if we have relative trading volume up over 100%, that's always a really nice indication that we may be in for some interesting trading. So first, I want to just break down the daily chart, but we will go to a shorter term time frame because Alex has picked this trade for a shorter term. Now, like I said, you get a big spike in volume coming off yesterday's candle, as well as today, we're seeing more volume. And we've broken above our previous high. So we had a previous high here on April 9th that was about $16. We're way above that now, and it forms support above the $16 level. That's exactly what I like to see from a technical perspective when it comes to continuation patterns. If we look at the oscillators down below right here, you can see that the stochastic is still moving upward in parallel with the two moving averages here. That means strength in the overall trend. Same thing with the commodity channel index, the CCI, is showing us strength in this trend. Now I want to go to the more shorter term time frame where things get much more interesting because this makes me much more bullish, especially in the shorter term. So Rob, you mentioned how the technicals have to be aligned in order to have confirmation for the trade entry. The confirmation for me in this particular trade would be a 1 hour close here above the 20 period SMA. So SMA stands for simple moving average, and it is a simple moving average representation of the past 20 days of price action. Or in this case, it would be just the past 20 hours. So when we have price close above that orange line, you know, it's a very simple metric, but that's a indication to me to look and take a long trade. And in addition to that, when we look at the stochastic indicator, we can see a bullish cross on the bottom, and we're starting to turn upward with further bullish momentum. Very similar thing we're seeing here on the CCI below that as well. So I'll be looking for a close above 19.5 in the next hour for confirmation to go into that long. Oh, we just got it.
Awesome. Okay.
But we have a new one there. So yeah, that would be confirmation enough for me to go and enter that on the hourly perspective.
Gotcha. Okay. Stochastic, more like fantastic. All right, cool. So is this thing on? So anyhow, let me share my screen and then we'll go over just the fundamentals to see where we're at. Let me see.
You better hurry up, Rob. Things are happening while we're doing this.
No, this is not good. So let's see. So as always, it is Tuesday. Well, not as always. Today is Tuesday, April 27th. It is 1:17 p.m. That is Mountain Standard Time. And all the different trades that we do, not that you're going to do because you're doing research, but you can find that in the description as on all my different links that I have here. If you just scroll right down where it says, there's a little arrow here. It says Trinity Trading Profits and Losses. If you click on that, this will be a spreadsheet and it'll show all the different trades that we've done and the profit and loss, the percentages, and it links to the video as proof per se. So let's just do a little fundamental action here, shall we? So I'm on CoinGecko and let's do a little waves. So waves is number 67. Okay. So first of all, let's just see where the heck can I buy this? All right. So exchanges, looks like if you got crypto.com, you can get it there. OKX, Whitebit, Huobi, Kraken. Okay, really, Kraken? All right. Yobit, Bicky, it's like every place you can get this thing. Okay, so I'll probably get it on Kraken because I'll probably throw it 25 bucks in there because I'm a baller. And let's go to the website. Okay, so we can see what this actually is. About, okay, the power builders of decentralized solutions of tomorrow, embraces tools. Okay. I fell asleep. Waves community. We're building Web 3.0, next generation internet, transparent, private, and fair ecosystem by decentralized techs. I'm looking to create a way or build your own community. Oh, wow, you can build on things. Okay, go with one about Waves. I'll show you knowledge of the local community. Okay, so what I always like to do to see why this thing is pumping, what's really going on every website, every single website, if you go at the very bottom, it's going to have all their social media platforms. So I'm going to click on Twitter. And it'll take me to the actual Twitter account, the official one. I just want to follow these guys because it looks like they could do some great things. Interchain DeFi. Interchain DeFi. Okay. So what I'm looking for is what's going on. Why is the big thing? Where's the next big push? And what's happening? Duck hunters? No. Swoop. Here's something from 9 hours ago. Emerald Cosmos Wave Enterprise launch a new blockchain service to protect IP rights. The service brings together subject matter experts from Roscosmos and elsewhere, providing smooth detection and violation management. Russian space agency uses blockchain to protect IP, intellectual property. This would probably be a big pump. Why wouldn't we get on that? Or at least us, not you sitting out there. All right, so I will definitely do this one. Looks like it's a pretty good project. I don't know the team, but I'll look at that later. Let's lock it in. What's the price right now? What do you got, CJ?
One moment, let me pull it up. Waves versus Tether is going to be $19.80.
$19.80? Okay. It is 27th. And the call time is 13:21 military time. I don't know what the symbol is. What's the symbol?
Waves.
That was simple. It's called Waves, genius. All right.
I got to tell you, some of those trades we've made, pretty darn good.
Not too shabby. And the problem is, the only problem I see is we don't do these videos enough. And we need to start doing that. But we'll do them every 2 weeks. I add you guys to the calendar, and we'll go from there. And then, so that's it. We'll see how this goes. We'll do a follow-up as soon as possible. You can always take a look at what's going on there by checking out that spreadsheet. But in conclusion, if you're looking to learn about TA, first of all, you can go to danteacherscrypto.com. Me and CJ did a couple of videos about the basics of TA. You can watch some of the basic videos there, but you can join Market Rebellion, I think, for only $1 to start up. Also, Trade the Chain. If you look down below in the description, you can click on the Trade the Chain. They have a 14-day trial membership, so you can check that out and see how fantastic it is. But it's not just the sentiment analysis and everything else. Both of these guys have a great community, very supportive. I'm a part of both of them, and I like what I see. All right, so any last words of advice for these guys before we take off?
Hang on to your handlebars. It's going to be a wild ride.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, that's it for today. CJ, Alex, thanks for joining. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. That's it for today. See you on the next one.